Death. So much death. Interesting. I'm gonna build, we'll probably build some cards. Build some cars on here as well. Straight into the wall. Straight into it. That's it. That's it. And my mods wonder why I get mad at them because they don't show up anymore. This is just to make it work. Yeah. Death. So much death. Interesting. I'm gonna build, we'll probably build some cards. Build some cars on here as well. Straight into the wall. Straight into it. That's it. That's it. Working on things and thinking of things. Looking things up. Oh, sometimes this clipper gets to me. Anyways, how's it going, YouTube? By the way, YouTube, we've already been live for almost an hour over here on good old Twitch. If you want to see it live, you gotta come over on Twitch. We're playing some Diablo. We're going to continue playing some Diablo after we are done with this segment of the stream, which is Moto Saturday. We're going to be talking about motorcycles, talk about the ride, talk about what you really wouldn't want to do after you pass your MSF course. So let's get on into this, because we got some stuff to go over. So today was fun. I went on a ride that I wasn't expecting to go on. The plan was to just go to breakfast and go home. And even my dad was like, I don't even know if I'm going to ride my bike. I might just take the car. I was like, okay, you do you. I'm going to be on my bike because I want to get it out. But I'm not feeling good. I haven't been feeling good the last couple of days. So who knows? I probably won't want to go either. We eat. I feel okay. He needed the ride. And when I say he needed the ride, y'all, there's something about motorcycling. I don't know what it is. It just helps you blink. When you're riding, it takes all of your focus to ride. You need to know where everybody is. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know the speed limits. You need to know cornering. You need to know what brake does what. You need to know how much brake's going to do what. You need to realize you have ABS or not ABS. You need to know what gear you're in for what corner, where you're going. Can you be fifth on the highway? You have to be in sixth. Like, what do you like? There's a lot to it. You don't have time to think about anything else, and that's what's so great about it. It just makes you go poof. And I mean like poof. You can't think about anything else while you're on there. You can talk to other people, sure, but once you get that little bit of distracted, that's when problems can happen. It's easier to talk on the highway than it is in the canyons. Just gonna say it. At least for new riders. If you're an experienced rider and you've been riding for years, you can talk about whatever you want and nothing's going to bother you. Us new riders, not the case. But it was a fun little ride. We did about 114 miles today. 104, about, I would say 100 more than what we were planning on doing, which perfectly fine. We had a great day, great ride. My dad actually just texted me saying how much fun and how much of a great ride we had today, which is true. I think he really needed it. I think I did too, because I'm actually a lot more spirited and energized today than I was yesterday. I asked people that saw me on Twitch yesterday, I was not. I was here, but I wasn't here. I'm going to show you guys the ride, and then we're going to go over a little bit on what to do after you pass your MSF course, because I feel like people rush it, and I don't like seeing people get hurt, especially my friends. So I'll show you guys this. This was the ride today. It's half the puppy dog. We almost did the full puppy dog route. It got too hot. It just flat out got too hot. One of these days I'll load up the puppy dog route and you guys can see it. But the original ride was going to be come down through here, go over here, go this, and then go this way and come back. We decided to go a little bit further, so we went back up here and came back down. The other fun way is to go to here and come down this way and then catch it. This is one of my favorite roads right here. If you live here, it's Morrison. If you don't live here, look it up. Only problem is they got some road work going on through there, so that graded road on 2 wheels sucks. The top half to your evergreen, so this part right here is finally all graded, which is nice. But this, or I should say this area right here, this is graded finally. Nice and new pavement. It's kind of nice. This last time I went through it was about here, was really rough, and then it got paved again. So keep that in mind for the people that live here. It was a great ride. I had a lot of fun. Dad had a lot of fun, and that's what matters, as long as you have fun. But you just got out of your MSF course. Can you go do a ride like that? Some of you are like, abso-freaking-lutely. I'm going to say no. This is for the beginners. So if you've grown up with, you know, dirt bikes and stuff like that, yeah, you can go do a ride like this. You can go to the hardest route on wherever you live, and I'm sure you'll be just fine because you've been on motorcycles. You understand how they work. You understand the lean. You understand the power and the whatever. You get it. If you're just coming out of the MSF course and the fastest you've ever been is 20, 25 miles an hour, you're not ready for this. And that's why we're going to talk today, because there has been so many people this year, and not, mind you, I grew up around bikes, but I didn't actually start riding until about 3 months ago, to give you guys a kind of an idea, right? My dad even said this year, because of gas prices, everybody went out and got a motorcycle. Everybody went out and got a motorcycle. There's been more motorcycle crashes this year than there has been in 20 years. You want to know why? It's one, people aren't taking the MSF course, and two, people are taking the MSF course and going and doing stuff like this. So what do you got to do? What do you got to do? Some of my old heads out there like me. How'd you start driving? Some of y'all that are, you know, in your 20s, you're a little bit younger, maybe 21-ish, whatever, how old you're allowed to take your MSF. Did you just jump in your car and go straight on the highway? If you did, cool. Parents should probably be talked to a little bit about that. In reality, you probably spent a lot of time in your neighborhood, didn't you? Probably spent a lot of time in parking lots, didn't you? I know even in my driving course, when I was brand new to driving, spent a lot of time in those parking lots. Spent a lot of time in those neighborhoods. And when I got out, started adventuring, I just spent a lot of time on side roads, never even touched the highway. And finally I got to, and it was scary. I remember it, not fully. You're going to lose memory as you get older. It's another fun part about getting older. But it's the same thing on a motorcycle. When you get on the highway for your first time by yourself, it is a little nerve-wracking. If you've got a zero fear complex like I do, you're going to get on the highway just fine for your first time. My first time I went with my dad and I felt normal. I went by myself the very next day. Not everybody can do that. Don't feel like you have to do that just because you're hearing me talk about it. Go at your pace. What you need to do is do lots of neighborhood riding and parking lot riding and keep your slow ability alive. What do I mean by that? Look at what you did in the MSF course. You did all those U-turns. You did the swerving, the standing up to go over the 2x4. As far as I know, every class does that. The, walking the bike, turtling it. That's what I call it. Learning your friction zone. Honestly, your friction zone is very important. And what's a good way to remember it? The dance. Because you're doing the dance. You're doing the dance. See, now I've gotten to the point where I can do this. Kind of just naturally think about it, all right? Before, I was like, go. And if you do it too slow, you're going to stall. If you do it too fast, you're going to stall. If you do it too slow while you're going to where you don't stall, you're going to do one of these things. And it's especially if you get a powerful bike, like I have a 650, that thing jumps if I do it wrong, and it's terrible. But don't let that discourage you. Work on it, get better, get smoother, and there you go. Work on your slow turns to your right, slow turns to your left, turns from the stop to your right, turns from the stop to the left. It's very important, especially when you come up to a stop sign. Or if you're doing a road like that, where you come up to the stop and the first initial turn is like, and then it goes, so sweeper into a tight turn. You got to kind of know how to do it, or you're going to go into the opposite lane and hit somebody. You got to understand in the MSF course, if you freaked out, you could lay it down before the actual test and be okay. You could freak out in the course and the teacher would be like, hey, oh, what's going on? Blah, 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 and then walk you through it. You freak out on the road? Nobody's there for you. You're going to end up in a curb. You're going to end up in a guardrail. You're going to end up in another car. Best case scenario, you just fall off. Hopefully you got some protection on your bike. That's best case scenario. If you're going to go down. Best case scenario is you don't go down at all, stay up on those two wheels, and you don't ever fall over and nothing happens. My very first day I went down. I figured out, I thought when I fell, my bike was too big for me. I shouldn't have bought this bike. Honestly. Now I'm absolutely in love with the thing. I go riding every week. I haven't fallen since. And I wasn't really even moving. I went slow turn to the left. Yeah, slow turn to the left. I went wide, hit a curb, and went over it. Barely moving. It happens, guys. You're going to fall as a new rider. It's going to happen. Another thing that's really good about going to different parking lots and different areas and different like side roads and stuff is learning your foot placement when you have to put your feet down. There's some roads I've been on where I've had to lean to the left, put my foot down, my right foot's just been out there swinging. I do have a tall bike, but you gotta have to know, like, can I get both my feet down, or am I gonna be stopping, leaning to the left to make sure a foot's down, and just have my right foot up, or vice versa, lean to a little bit to the right, put my right foot down, get to the left down. If it's just swinging, just leave it up leave it up. At least here in Colorado, our roads do this. Wee. Oh, my phone sometimes does weird stuff. We just swing here in Colorado. It's really weird. And we just swing around. You gotta know how to put your feet down. Parking lots, you can get good at that 1 foot stop. On the street, can you do it? Can you not? Be honest, I didn't really practice the 1 foot stop in the parking lots. I did it because of the road I live on. So I had to learn how to do it. Swerving, very important. Got to know how to do that. Potholes everywhere. I don't care what state you're in. Potholes are everywhere. You do not want to hit one of those going 50 miles an hour on 2 wheels. You're taking a 50-50 chance. So pay attention where you're going. Pay attention what's on the road. Avoid the landmines as much as you can. Just that's kind of the point, right? Emergency braking. I have practiced emergency braking like you would not believe. And I do believe emergency braking and swerving are the 2 things that every rider needs to be pretty proficient at, because drivers are stupid. They do not see us. They do not look for us. We are invisible. You have to ride like that. If somebody decides they're just going to whoop in front of you, what are you going to do? If you don't know how to e-brake, you're going into the back of them. If you don't know how to swerve out of the way, and if you're right next to them, you're toast. Practice your swerves. Practice your brake into a swerve and brake. That one's fun. I've done that one a couple of times. It feels weird, trust me, but practice it. Just because you're done with your MSF course does not mean you're an expert rider. You know the basics. Congrats if you have actually done your MSF course and you're just watching this because you're like, man, I went for a ride and it felt weird and I was not. I understand. I understand. I understand. My first time on that bike in my neighborhood, I was freaked out. Going 20 miles, I felt was a whole lot of riding. I felt today I do 114 miles today. That is the range that you can go in 3 months. 3 months. Last week I did 184. My ass hurt. My dad's sending me things. But that's the thing. That's kind of the thing. Like, don't let it discourage you at the beginning. Just have fun with it. And once when you're good enough, go out to your roads. Go out to messing with traffic. The first time you have a car behind you, it's going to be nerve-wracking. The first time you got a truck next to you, you're just going to be like looking at it like, oh, please don't move over. Stoplights, they get hot, especially right now in August. But stay paying attention. Make sure you always have an exit. The one time you stop and you're like, oh yeah, nothing ever happens, and you don't have an exit, you're gonna end up in somebody's truck bed or somebody's windshield. People do not pay attention. And I want to quote something from my dad here. If you think of it this way, when you get into a wreck on a motorcycle, no matter what happened, it's your fault, you're more likely to not get in that wreck. Yes, a lot of accidents out there are motorcycles' faults because everybody drives around like idiots. I was tempted to today just because it was hot. I'm not going to lie. I was ready to be done. If you're riding like an idiot, I'm sorry, but you kind of deserve it. If you're riding safe and something happens, well, I hope you're riding right. And I really hope it wasn't your fault. Because people that ride safe, you guys shouldn't have any issues. But it's the same thing. If you drive safe, you shouldn't have any issues, but things happen. Make sure you know where they are in front of you, to the sides of you, and behind you. Because when you get on the highway, you have to know. And your response time goes from this to this. It's a lot faster. And there is nothing worse than when you feel a wind gust and a semi truck and you're on two wheels. Which way are you leaning? You'll figure that out when you get the wind gust. Because if the wind gust is blowing you towards the truck, you lean toward the wind gust. If the truck is blowing you that way, then you lean toward the truck. It does happen. And that's the highway for you. It happened to me the first day I was on there, and I was just like, ooh. So, after you're done with your MSF, please promise me, promise your parents, promise your friends, you're going to practice before you get on those roads. And I would say practice for a good month before you do any long rides. And I'm not saying a month in your neighborhood. You were going to go stir crazy. That's what I did. Don't do that. A couple of weeks in your neighborhood and parking lots. If you can, do parking lots as much as you can. Don't ever stop that. But you don't have to like rigorously do it until after you're done with getting comfortable with your bike. And then go side roads and just normal roads around your place. You don't have to go far. Just go around your place, ride to dinner, ride to lunch, ride to work, something like that. And then after you start feeling comfortable with that, get on the highway. Do that a good few times, get used to the city roads, even go out maybe out in the middle of nowhere where there's no trucks or anything, and just practice fundamentals. Just enjoy it and have fun. After you feel comfortable with doing that, respect the road, respect your bike, get your butt out there and get some miles on. The more road time and the more bike time you get, gonna make it better. Ride with people that are above you. I've been riding with my dad and his friends, which are pretty much very close to expert riders, if not expert riders. You ride with people like that and some of your friends that I'm sure are really good riders as well. Learn from them. Don't pick up bad habits. Try not to, at least. Everybody has bad habits, so it is what it is on that front. But try not to pick up too many bad habits and have some fun. If you're in Colorado, I'm currently looking for some new riding buddies. Hit up the Discord. Let's talk. I love riding in the mountains. I'll go out east once in a while. I'm not a big city rider. I'll do it on occasion, but I'd rather be out west enjoying the hills and the food. There's food places in the hills that you don't get in the city. The same. So I covered pretty much everything I wanted in about 30 minutes. This is going to be my shortest YouTube video live ever. Wow. Normally we go and play some 4s or 6 when we were done, but got a lot of work to do on Diablo. So that's what we're on. So if you want to come watch some Diablo, come over to my live over on Twitch, and you can even play with me if you want. I'm working on a Warlock, so if you want to, come on over. It's my main game, so even if you're watching this a month from now, probably on there. Just saying. I would like to know what you guys get for your first bike. And I forgot to cover that part. Whoops. See, I don't edit any of this out, so you guys see me mess up, I mess up. After you get past your MSF and you don't have a bike, get your gear first. If you have questions on gear, come to my Discord. We can talk about it. I did a lot of research. I also have a video about gear, so go watch that. Obviously, I'm repping the Shoei helmet back here because I love this thing, but it's pricey. So you don't have to get that thing, but I love that thing. Get your gear first. Don't worry about getting the bike yet. Get your gear first, because you're going to need the gear to get the ride the bike. If you're smart, and I know you're smart, so get your gear first. When you get your bike, here's the thing. I do not suggest buying new. There might be some people that are going to disagree with me on that, because you are going to drop it. And the last thing you want to do is buy a $10,000 bike on the high end. You shouldn't be buying that as a first bike anyways. But if you do, you don't want to buy a $10,000 bike and drop it. You're going to feel sick. Go get a used one. I got mine off Facebook Marketplace. I know not everybody likes that Facebook Marketplace. I understand it. I understand why. I almost got scammed, I'll be honest. But I had a funny feeling about the bike, took it in to get checked, and oh man, am I glad I didn't buy that thing. So bring a mechanic if you know one, or have them like meet at a mechanic or something. Like if you see it and it doesn't feel right, don't get it, or have them meet you at a mechanic on another time. That's what I did. If they refuse, they don't like, no, I'm not going to the mechanic. Everything's fine. Do not buy it. Do not buy it. Something is wrong with it. And they know it. You can use at a dealership. That way you don't have to go through getting all the stuff at DMV and switching in titles and all that stuff. That's fine. That's what I was trying to do, but I couldn't find one in my price range, and I couldn't find anything I liked in the dealerships. I wanted, for Colorado people, I wanted to buy one at Fay Myers. They just didn't have anything I wanted. I'd say they had stuff I wanted, but nothing in my price range. To put it that way. So figure out what you want for your budget. Go a little bit harder on your gear for sure. And if you got to wait a couple of more weeks or a month to get your bike because you went too hard on the gear, that's fine. You went too hard on your gear. You're going to be safe. I went too hard on my gear. just say it. That's the most expensive part of my entire set is that helmet. But that's fine. But I do suggest getting used. Find a bike that you like, whether it's Harley, Kawasaki, Yamaha, the Husqvarna, which honestly, if you're a shorter rider and you're small, the Husqvarna is a perfect beginner bike. I'm just going to say it. Look into it. Go get one if you can. If you're a guy like me and you're taller and you're a big boy, kind of like me, it's going to look like butt floss on you. I do not do that. I sat on one of those and it was just like, I feel like I'm wearing a thong. It was horrid, but it is a great bike. Great bike. If you're a bigger guy like me, I do suggest maybe if you want a sports bike, Ninja 500. 400, you're probably going to get tired of, so the 500. If you like sport touring bikes, like your boy, look at the Versus 650. I love my bike. It's a Versus 650. I absolutely adore that thing. I wouldn't switch it for anything else. When you look at the thumbnail, what you're going to see is my dad's bike and my bike. Obviously, his is way bigger than mine, as it should be. But I absolutely love my bike. If you buy the wrong bike, you're going to know. You're not going to sit here and go, I love my bike. You're not going to sit here and want to talk about it. Like, I want to talk about the maintenance I did on the stinking thing this week. I'm sure nobody wants to hear about it. I'm sure. So, but I want to talk about all the stuff I'm looking at buying for it. I want to talk about it. So if you buy a bike where you're like, oh, I just bought it to learn on it, I actually hate this thing, you're not going to learn quite the same. You're going to just want to learn fast enough to get off that thing and then in 6 months go buy a new one. In my personal opinion, and I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there that does not like this opinion, but in my personal opinion, you need to buy a bike that's going to last you at minimum a year. Minimum. Not 6 months, not 3 months, a minimum of 1 year. And if that 1 year means 2 riding seasons, because you never know about like Colorado and places like this that have snow, then that's 2 riding seasons. Mine, I think, is going to last me 2 to 5 years, not seasons, years. I'm telling you right now, in the winter, if it's nice out and it's not like 30 degrees outside, I'm probably going to be riding it still. Riding to church and stuff, because that bike is hot. So, and I guarantee you, if I would have bought the bike I was looking at, I would already be trying to get rid of it. So, it's a hard decision. Take your time with it. Don't rush. Buy what you want to buy. Buy what you're going to enjoy. If you really like Harleys, go get a Harley. Don't get a Ninja. Go get a Harley Sportster. Yeah, it's an 883, but it's got less horsepower than mine does. Because they're heavier. I got a buddy that's bigger than me that has one of those. He loves it. Got a buddy that has a Ninja 400. He should definitely get a different bike. But he loves it and doesn't want to get rid of it. In fact, he's souping it up. I got another friend just bought a Triumph X900. He's not a new rider, but he loves it. I still have the fastest bike. Who cares? I got another buddy, he's got a Ninja 500. He absolutely loves it. He's been riding that thing for years. You don't have to be the fastest, even though right now in my friend group I am. But you don't have to be. You don't have to have the biggest bike. You don't have to have the smallest bike. You got to have the bike you like. Mine is a 33-inch seat height, 650. It's a big bike, but it's got the Ninja 650 engine in it, so it's fast. But I'm a big guy, and it fits me, and I love it. I can go anywhere I want. It's got the travel on it to where I can even take it off-road if I want. That's what I wanted. I wanted something I could go anywhere on. That's what I got. I love it. So figure out what kind of bike you want. Take your time. Go get what you want. If you want ideas or, want help looking at stuff, I'm available on Discord. I do check it when I'm at work. Come and join my Discord. There's a whole motorcycle area now. I post all my rides and stuff and pictures and stuff in there when I'm done. So come join me on Discord and let's hang out and talk about motorcycles more often. I love talking about motorcycles. So, but I think we're going to end it over on YouTube. We're going to take another break. We're going to get back on some Diablo over here on Twitch. And we're just going to chill out and have a good night. And then tomorrow, for all of you that are nerds like me, I'm sure you guys see the Pokemon stuff behind me. We have TCG Sundays. We'll talk about the biz because I have a little TCG business on the side, Razor's Edge Gaming. And go over that. I'm going to open up 2 random packs tomorrow at minimum. I do have one of my favorites and a lot of people's favorites, Ascended Hero, sitting right here, but I'm trying to elongate this a little bit. So we might open up one of those in a pitch black. We might just pull out of that can back there. We'll see. We'll see. Other than that, guys, anybody that came by and hung out, appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Keep 2 wheels down, the shiny side up. Keep the helmet off the ground. Make sure you're wearing gear. I know it's hot outside, but make sure you're wearing gear. And y'all, please have a good one. Enjoy it.